family. For the freedoms that we're afforded to walk in and be able to handle business and our freedoms that we are afforded each and every day in this country. We thank you for the county, for the employees of the county, for those that are helping lead, and we pray that you'll continue to bless us where we can work together to solve all problems that come before us. In Christ's name.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order. Lance, would you do the roll call, please?
Commissioner Toller? Here. Commissioner Gould?
Here.
Commissioner Miller?
Here.
Commissioner Pitts?
Here.
Commissioner Foster? Here.
We have nothing under old business, new business, first thing. Again, standard procedure this time of year. Resolution setting property tax levies for the fiscal year commencing on December 1, 2018, ending on November 30th, 2019. Need a motion and a second to move that forward, please.
Second. Commissioner Toller? Yes. Commissioner Gould?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts? Yes. Commissioner Foster?
Yes. And we have a resolution certifying the 2018 payable 2019 debt tax levies. Any questions on that? Get a motion to approve that, then please.
I'll make it. Second.
Commissioner Toller? Yes. Commissioner Gould? Yes. Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts? Yes. Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Then going along with that, after approving that, we have a resolution to abate certain property taxes levied pursuant to the resolution 2018. Any questions or comments? Need a motion to adopt that resolution, please.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Toller? Yes. Commissioner Gould? Yes. Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts? Yes. Commissioner Foster?
Yes.
Moving along, next is the combined annual budget and appropriations ordinance for fiscal year commencing on December 1, 2018, ending November 30th, 2019. This is the budget that we had on display for 15 days. Any of you have any questions or concerns about that, commissioners? We need a motion to approve the budget as written.
Second. Commissioner Toller? Yes. Commissioner Gould? Yes. Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts? Yes. Commissioner Foster? Yes.
Next is an agreement between the county and SIU for interns to work in our, well, it's affiliate, this is first is affiliation agreement, not the, is that right? Yeah. With the Board of Trustees of Southern Illinois University, and this will follow up with a grant agreement. This is pertaining to interns working here for different departments that utilize grants. They work at no charge, so it's just a matter of approving this affiliation. If I can get a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Commissioner Toller? Yes. Commissioner Gould? Yes. Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Pitts?
Yes.
Commissioner?
Just a little more explanation on that. BOCA, which we oversee, is going to have an intern and Project Redeploy, which is basically through the state's attorney's office, right? Or affiliated.
Yeah, through you guys.
Yeah. As an intern at the present time. So I need a motion to approve the grant agreement between the state of Illinois, Illinois Criminal Justice Information Authority, the County of Union on behalf of Union County State's Attorney's Office.
Second. Mr. Toller? Yes. Mr. Gould?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Pitts?
Yes.
Mr. Foster?
Yes.
And Tiffany, have you got the agreement that Tyler?
I do.
Okay. Next on the agenda is an intergovernmental agreement by and between the Illinois Office of the Comptroller and the Office of the Circuit Court of Union County regarding access to the Comptroller's local debt recovery program. You want to explain a little bit what this is actually going to do for you and so forth?
With our collections contract that Tyler and I recently entered into in June, and that's what they have already gathered collected 38,000 for our local entities as well as for my office since June 6th. And with the Comptroller's office and all the paperwork that I've been doing, once we get it completed, they will then be able to garnish the Illinois state returns. So I'm on schedule to be able to start that. They said hopefully by February when the returns start coming through. So they'll be able to garnish anything from the collections going back, I believe it's 7 years.
Good deal. And that's for all fines and
Fines and fees.
fees. I need a motion to enter into this agreement.
Sorry, second.
Tiffany, there's no program for federal returns yet?
No.
Mr. Toller? Yes. Mr. Gould?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Pitts?
Yes.
Mr. Foster? Yes.
We don't have anything for executive session that I'm aware of.
Nothing else.
Any committee reports?
I have one with Shawnee Development. Just a reminder that people can sign, everyone can sign up for LIHEAP after December the 3rd, which is the Energy Assistance Program. Our county, Pope and Hardin, serviced over 700 families with through the food pantries in the county, so that's very good.
I'll give you an update. I think I talked about it last meeting on animal control, about them purchasing a new truck with donated funds. I think the truck sale price is about $8,500. He's already collected a little over $6,000 through donations. So he hopes to have the rest of it within the next week or so. So, have a new used truck. Any other business? Anyone? Public comments?
So the budget that was passed, is what is on file right now with the county clerk?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know that Brett, I believe, has been having conversations since he's been speaking with you or
About,
the appropriation on the automation and the document storage.
not really. I mean, I've talked to him, but he hasn't really said anything. So I don't know what specifics you're referring to.
Well, from what I was told from the union yesterday was that with that MOU that it would need to be appropriated for that remaining, because it states that if there's monies there, then the board shall appropriate is what the MOU that the board signed with Lorraine. So he had called, Ray had called back and said he had spoke with someone and that they were gonna reappropriate. I have no idea.
News to me. I mean, he didn't discuss that with us.
Yeah. Last time I talked to him, he said he called Charlie and told Charlie that the budget was going to be passed the way it was. Oh, I think we're getting,
Yeah, because he told me something totally different yesterday.
Anything else? Need a motion to adjourn. Till next Friday.
Ready? Commissioner Kohler?
Yes.
Commissioner Gould? Yes. Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Pitts? Yes. Commissioner Foster?
Yes.